I was born in Pittsburgh. My mom was homesick, and so we moved down to Newport News. I wasn't good at sport, so I picked up skateboarding. And through that outlet, I was exposed to independence. Going to the skate shop, it was like going to an art show. All these different companies have different graphics, and so that's imagery that gets soaked into my mind. My high school years, when I started to go skateboard more, and the appetite of being a professional skateboarder was like more of like, that's what I wanted to do. But everyone has that pipe dream. Once I realized I was gonna have a hard time skating professionally, I geared more into artwork. I got heavy into painting as if it was my job or my life depended on it. I just hit the ground running, and the universe kind of opened up. My friend, John Vitale, he was like, yo, I'm starting a gallery, and I want you to be the first show. And I just was like so hyped. At that time, I was just an artist who was just trying to be an artist without any concept of art history or form or composition, just kind of outsider art. I had to learn the enjoyment that you get from seeing other people respond well to something that you make. And so that moment helped me with my confidence of being an artist. The bird was a doodle that turned into something that I was doing like on a repetitive motion. It spoke to birds of a feather flock together. So I made this character that had its own crazy wings.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
It prompts isolation and feeling like you're not part of the masses, but it also promoted individuality and expression of self. You might see a bird holding a peace pipe or having a six-pack. Until I realized the bird was vicariously me. I was drawing out a lot of frustration, how you fit in with the world around you. I had this idea for Fully Charged Paradise. And Fully Charged Paradise was a narrative of how the bird came to be.
On my father's grave.
My friends Travis, Chad, and Gary sonically helped me put this vision together. And we ended up doing an exhibition at the Peninsula Fine Arts Center. They performed the music. I got in the bird outfit. We had dancers, and it was a real celebration. After I brought the bird to life, I started to gravitate away from it because I felt that it was going to box me in as a certain type of artist. The name of this painting is called Catapult. We had just got a dog. Everything was cool for a while, and then every time we would leave the house, we would experience her starting to act kind of frantic. And so it reminded me of the feeling of how it felt when I lost my mother. My mom was my best friend. She just was a huge supporter for everything that I was doing. She had breast cancer, and then she went into remission. And then about a year or so later, her cancer had come back. That was like a really tough time for me, just because she knew how much I had more to learn. My brother called me, he was like, Mom took her last breaths. And I just couldn't really feel anything. That safety net that was provided, once it was cut from underneath of me, I had to realize where I was in the world. After experiencing a loss like that, I was able to cherish those moments of life that created a new limit for me. I wanted all my artwork to be gigantic in concept and execution. I felt that I could no longer, as an African American artist, do something that didn't talk about racism and these systemic backwards mentalities that we have and this oppression. That body of work, those were like my first real paintings. I just had to touch on subjects that meant a lot to me. I'm a part of an avant-garde hip-hop group called Tunny Crew. We're writing a new record called Black Spirituals. Black Spirituals is a 3-part project. One part of it is a concept album, another is a walkthrough of the album, and then a third is the film. It's a coming-to-age tale of 4 young black boys who are lured into this fantastical world where we look at avenues within black culture that we face. We've prepared the walkthrough version where the viewers will become the first person or the main character. You really get the feeling of being in that space. To write a story like this with my friends is something special. Asa worked really hard, have killed it. And I feel like I grew a lot in this project. Every day seems so full. I don't know whether to be the artist or if I should curate the next show or write a new song because, yo, I cried, I done sweated, I done fought for this. And it's a dream come true.
All I know is win. 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 All I know is, yeah. Game time, really hang time, silly. Cold blood, my veins chilly. My play, y'all call thrilling. I just got that feeling it's time to win, again and again. You and a friend, all of y'all get it, we breaking them in. Split up the D like it's revenue. I ain't no player you ever knew. Wanna be, that's me a better crew. Excuse me, I'm about to go federal. My partners is